Hello, how are you doing today? In today's video, we are going to talk about the moon card and what it possibly has to say to you if it's been following you persistently. Perhaps it's a recurring card in your readings. It's also possible that it appears and then reappears in your dreams. In this video, I'm going to try and explain what this card is trying to tell you, at least in my opinion. If you're interested in finding out what some of the other cards of the tarot could be wanting to say to you, I have a playlist that I've made on some other cards, so please feel free to check it out. The moon card is a major arcana card, and when a major arcana card starts following us around, that always feels a little bit menacing. Sometimes it makes us feel special, but at any rate, we can tell that there's something important going on. And the moon card is one of those unsettling cards in the tarot that just makes you feel a little bit anxious. It's hard to put your finger on it. It's hard to, explain why it has such a deep effect on most of us. But the moon is kind of icky. So if you've been seeing this card everywhere lately, the first thing that I would like to tell you is that it depends on where you're at in your life right now. If you are looking for clarity, if you want to find out the truth of your situation, if you want to finally clarify and simplify some things in your life, the moon is actually standing in your way. The moon is telling you it's not time for things to be simple just yet. And this might strike you as bad news if you're just looking for confirmation, if you're looking for some clarity and stability and security. The moon is not one of those cards that is going to give you that. The word lunatic comes from the Latin word for moon, luna, and definitely the moon has this quality of insanity to it. The moon is very unstable, not very well defined, and mysterious. So on the one hand, this could indicate opportunity, because as long as things are not fixed, pronounced, concrete, set in stone, there's a chance that they can change, and they can also change for the better. But it's, again, also upsetting because you just cannot get the clarity and the confirmation that you're looking for with this card. And although astrologically I think the moon has more to do with Pisces than Cancer, I often associate with this card with the astrological sign of Cancer. On the one hand, because there's a crab in this card, and the moon is what rules Cancer, or vice versa. Cancer rules the moon. Depends on, how you want to look at it. So this is my own personal association. I think for the most part, people would associate Pisces with the moon. But if you've ever heard, I don't know if I have a lot of people who have strong Cancerian qualities in their chart. I have a lot of friends like that. I've known many people with Cancer suns, Cancer moons, Cancer qualities in my life, and it's interesting the way they laugh. They seem to have this signature laugh, this lunar laugh, this belly laugh, innocent like children, but at the same time it has this quality of madness to it. I think Cancer people have a great sense of humor, but it has an underlying darkness to it that makes it very similar in its energy to the moon card of the tarot. So the moon can seem like an almost comical, but at the same time very unsettling vision. It's like a bad dream, a nightmare of sorts. It goes deep with our primal history, I think. Darkness scares us, all of us. And it just initiates this very uncomfortable feeling of not knowing what's going to come out of the darkness. And so seeing this card follow you, it's telling you that nothing is for sure right now. You cannot trust your senses. If something appears to you as if it were just tremendously threatening and terrifying, by sunlight it might seem like nothing, but by the light of the moon it might appear to be a big problem, and vice versa, something that just makes you laugh and not think about it twice. When examined with the clarity of the sun, it could clearly be described as a problem, but with the moon, it might appear to be small and insignificant and even funny. So I think one good rule of thumb with the moon, if it's following you around, if it's pestering you and trying to give you some sort of a message, is to not trust your perceptions. That's pretty hard, because then what else do you have, right? What else can you trust? As hard as it may seem, in these situations, the best is to just wait. Wait until the sun comes up. And making decisions by the moonlight, by these strange circumstances that are eerie and grotesque and bizarre, like a nightmarish lucid dream, would be quite difficult. So patience, as with many of the cards in the tarot, is very important. and finding your reference points. It's like being lost in a dark forest at night. Finding your way out at night can seem difficult or even downright impossible. And that's probably justified. It's harder to find your way out when it's nighttime. So one good solution would be to wait, even if that's risky. That's still your best bet. Or to try and find some big and easily identifiable reference points that can at least tell you where you are. So in spiritual situations, that would be finding your limits. So for example, even if you are in a relationship that is confusing to you because you don't know where you stand with this person, you don't know what you want, you don't know what they want from you, and the whole thing just seems kind of messy. The moon could be pointing to a situation like that. You can still make an effort to draw your boundaries and say, even if I don't really know what's going on, I still know that I don't want this to happen. And I will do everything I can to keep this from happening. So finding these little nuggets, these little crutches that you can use to navigate the darkness can be very helpful. And if you're an artist or somebody who wants to do creative work, the moon actually can be an amazing environment to work in, especially if you have a high tolerance for ambiguity. If you can be, comfortable with these moon-like situations where nightmarish things can come up. Because the moon is very inspiring. It can be a boost to your creativity and your imagination. So from that point of view, if you are artistically inclined, you can use this energy to your advantage. But one important thing to remember is to not trust your vision, to not trust what you see, what you perceive with your senses. Don't trust what is being presented to you as truth, because it might not be. But as with everything, this energy is going to dissipate as well at some point. So more than anything, I think it's important that you wait it out and just stay with it. I hope that you enjoy this video. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in our next one.